So my boy, my accomplice, Cole Kwan, who you've seen before on the show, invited me to a show he's doing with Lone, artist also, all the way in bumfuck upstate New York. And we're gonna show the map. It's about 5 to 6 hours from Boston. But we drove up, the drive up is beautiful. You know, we get to see New Hampshire, gorgeous, mountains, forest, Vermont, also the same, gorgeous, mountains, forest. We stop in Burlington, Vermont, and we actually go to this Himalayan restaurant. One thing about Burlington, it's kind of dead when you go in, I'm not gonna lie. It's very French, but for whatever reason, we decided to stop at a Himalayan restaurant because the French restaurants, they look pretty pricey. And this Himalayan restaurant, it was reasonably priced. The name was Sherpa Kitchen. The food was fire. I mean, I got this chicken stew. The chicken was crispy, the noodles were fire. Kwan got the momos, iconic Tibetan dumplings, yummy. Veggies were good, healthy, clean, felt decent after. And also, we got to see this beautiful view of the sunset in Burlington, Vermont. And I got to pick up a newspaper. Ryan, could you actually bring over the newspaper? Bring over both of them. Just bring.
So here's my question for you, Adam.
Yeah.
While
Oh, shit.
you two were watching the sunset and breathing,
Oh.
did either of you just try to go for a kiss?
No, we did not. We did not. Okay. But yes, I mean, when you put it like that, it is a little weird. But
What, neither of you have
we
feelings for each other?
didn't embrace the sunset together. We actually did it separately. Okay, whatever. Okay. Guys can go on little like friend dates. Okay, come on. Come
I
on.
wasn't giving you any shit about it.
Socially
About it.
acceptable.
It's perfectly fine for two guy friends to go on dates.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, in Burlington, I stop and I pick up this newspaper, 7 Days newspaper. Two of the biggest stories at the time were like this overcrowded judicial system that Vermont was having, and also like this hospital expansion or non-expansion, controversy over that. But it was pretty cool. This is actually a really good newspaper. Shout out to 7 Days.
Let me guess, the people that actually wrote those articles actually did the who, what, where, when, and why?
I would say like when I buy and read a local newspaper, I want like a local, like what's happening locally. Some of these don't do that. They're like, oh, my opinion on the Trump trial. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I can go to like the Washington Post for that. I can go to some jerk off YouTuber for that. I want what's happening in Vermont, okay? Bam. But now we leave Burlington, Vermont. We're driving at night, and this gets to a point where we're barely seeing any streetlights. And this means like there's no civilization nearby. Like there's just this is you're in bumfuck nowhere now.
You have the occasional news just watching, thinking, should I just walk out on the road right now and fuck up someone's night?
This darkness, this no streetlights really does make you question reality, makes you question your philosophy on life. And that's what I did during this car ride. We did temporarily go through a town that had both the Canadian and the US flag in it. It was, 30 minutes from the Canadian border. Pick a fucking side. Pick a fucking side, okay? Fucking piece of shit town. Jesus Christ. But we get there. I mean, it's like a 3 hour, it's still, from Burlington, Vermont. Burlington's 3 hours from Boston, but it was another 2.5, 3 hours to get there to Malone, New York. We stop at Lone, the artist Lone's house. He has a nice little studio. It's really cool. He also has 2K. And this is what we learned about the area. First and foremost, there's 3 prisons in the area. 3 prisons. I don't know I guess you don't want to have the prison near like the most populous city, so you put them in bumfuck nowhere so these guys go fucking crazy. And if they do escape, and there was an escape in 2015, by the way. So if they do escape, they don't go to New York City and disappear or whatever. I don't know the theory behind that. And there's also a lot of space out there so you can put, the prisons up there. But anyways, 3 prisons. Most famously in 2015, there was a prisoner escaped from the Clinton Correctional Facility. Richard Matt and David Sweat, who were convicted of murder in like the 90s. They cut holes in their cell, yes, like Shawshank Redemption, and they went through an elaborate maze of pipes to escape. They also had the help of 2 people who worked in the prison. They were, accomplices, so they didn't do it alone, to be fair. Subsequent manhunt, like week-long manhunt, like $23 million spent, crazy. They're searching frantically for the guys. They were eventually caught. One died. One died, was shot and died. The other was shot twice, non-fatally, taken back to prison. There's a crazy picture of him. They caught him. It was like they caught a deer. The police took a nice picture with him, like they just caught. Poor guy. I mean, not poor guy, but like, damn. They tasted freedom for a minute, and then.
The dude was a murderer, but I don't think even he deserved to be treated as if he was a deer that just got shot.
The judge ordered to force feed him and to force give him medication so he had to live out the rest of his prison sentence. So the guy got a week-long taste of freedom, and it wasn't even freedom because they were hunting for him for 7 days. So I don't even know if you consider that freedom. I don't even know what he did when he was out. I mean, I hope he got to enjoy like a minute of it, whatever. But yeah, this was a famous case back in 2015. Ben Stiller directed a mini-series about it, and I've yet to watch it, but you know, it actually got pretty good ratings, so I might actually give it a little watch. That's one thing that went up in upstate New York where Malone is. There's also Amish people. Lots of Amish people in New York, actually. Over 21,000 Amish people live in New York. So Pennsylvania and Indiana are known as like the Amish epicenters. But New York also has some. Apparently they can build crazy fast and crazy well, but they charge a lot of money. So,
But hey, if it's well built, might as well pay the extra money for it, right?
there's various different factions of Amish people that live in this upstate New York area. There's the Mennonites, who are more different faction. They use electricity. You know, there's more conservative Amish people, ones that embrace other technologies. We actually got to see one, a guy on a horse, you know, went by us on the other side of the road. It was pretty cool. You know, these people have a whole different way of life. I would like to learn more about them and perhaps visit one of their centers one day, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
You know, when you bring it up, do you know what I automatically think of?
What?
So there's this video of this guy that described each state in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And for Pennsylvania, he said,
"Even our Amish will fight you."
And this whole area is near Lake Champlain. And Lake Champlain was used as a route in the Underground Railroad, but there's also allegedly a monster in Lake Champlain. Yes, Americans' version of the Loch Ness Monster. They call this monster, this creature, Champy. It started with natives. They warned French explorers about a lake monster, you know. And then Samuel de Champlain allegedly saw it. He wrote about it in his journal. Allegedly, serpent-like body, horse-like head. There have been, to be fair, multiple sightings throughout the years. 1800s, 1900s, so consistent. There is a photo out there of Champy, run by the New York Times, quote-unquote verified by other expert analysis, but the people that took it never revealed the location of the photo. That's a little sus. Their stated reasoning was they don't want people to hit up the spot and like shoot the creature.
yeah, we totally didn't just stage it in our garage or something.
Theory is maybe it's a prehistoric thing or something like that. I don't know, but this is pretty cool. I'm really into like those little mysterious monster things. This world's very mysterious, and that's a cool little fact about the area, that there is a mysterious monster. It doesn't seem to harm anyone. I haven't heard any stories about people going missing or bones going missing. He just seems to be pretty chill.
Yeah,
He
probably just being like, hey.
Yeah, he did almost like capsize a steamboat once, but everyone was cool. The tourists, that's when like a bunch of tourists saw it. You know, this is obviously in the 1800s, so there's no photos or anything. But like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure based on what you've told me so far, he almost capsized the boat and was like, my bad, I'm out of here.
yeah, right. He doesn't seem to harm anybody. I mean, he's protected by the state law of Vermont, New York state law. He seems like a pretty cool guy if he does exist. If he does exist.
We should make a creature feature about this character.
There's Amish people. There's prisons and prisons escapes. And there's a lake monster. But when we're there, not a lot of society, not a lot going on. Very farmy, lots of empty space. It's not New York City at all. It's the complete opposite of Boston, complete opposite of New York City. But this is the day of the show. We're going on to reservation land, and this is the Mohawk Reservation. But when we're going on, and I was excited to go on reservation land because I've never been on reservation land, and I don't know many Native Americans, so I was curious what reservation land is like. So we're driving up, and there's no signs that say that you're on reservation land.
You think they would have that?
You think they would have that, right? But what we do see is like a casino distinctly in the background. Casino, bang. And then that's when I kind of knew, okay, this is probably the reservation, because I know that Native Americans are sometimes known for owning casinos, being in the casino business. So we take a left to the casino, and where there's a huge strip of dispensaries. They all have like Native American names, Native American logos. So then I was like, okay, we're on reservation land. Like, this is reservation land. There's no signs that said it, but I'm like, okay, this is reservation land. But apparently, all the weed on the reservation is tax-free. So it's the St. Regis Mohawk Indian Territory. It's right on the Canadian and the New York border. So you can actually go travel through the reservation land and you can be in Canada. It's right on the St. Lawrence River, and this river has historically been used to smuggle goods across to Canada or from Canada to the US. The Mohawks famously did this in the 90s. They smuggled tobacco from the US to Canada. You know, it's been a popular smuggling route. Most recently, there was a human trafficking operation found from people trying to smuggle humans from Canada into the US. Apparently, this still goes on today. Wouldn't surprise me. People fly into Canada using this river to smuggle themselves back into the US, live a better life. You know, wouldn't surprise me. You know, this river, this is right on reservation land. Maybe there's less police or whatever. But yeah, that's interesting. Like there's a history of smuggling in this area because of the river. You know, contraband, tobacco, humans, etc. So the show is at this dispensary called Buddha Bing, named after the strip club in The Sopranos, Bada Bing. So if you're a Sopranos fan, that's a little reference for you. Apparently, they open up the dispensary right behind this other dispensary called Six Bears. Apparently, Timmy Two Times, who helps run the dispensary, he got fired from Six Bears, so he helped open up one right behind them. There's beef there. They continually say fuck Six Bears throughout a lot, so fuck Six Bears, hopefully. I don't know. And this guy, Bo, he owns Buddha Bing. Shout out to Bo. He's an interesting character. Gulf War veteran. He showed me his necklace that he had. You know, really nice guy. Shout out to Bo. He was very hospitable to us. But yeah, let's talk about the show. So let's shout out to the artists that came on.
Oh, that beat is fire.
The counterfeit 20 don't deserve a death sentence. But no knock board sound like a B&E. If I tried that shit, be off to jail with me.
Girl, what's got you so hung up? He's acting really foolish, not chasing anymore. It's a sign.
Palm is sweating, fuck some commas, filling my quota. Could have been immigrant, diligent culture. Kid is the ages that went in the gold rush. Kill enough syllables, mixed with the wall. I'm so glad I've been woke, took them steps to my growth. I'm so glad I've been woke. I'm so glad I've been woke.
A dime a dozen, don't give a fuck with those dollars cost. Cause I believe for the new shit, that really got something to prove shit.
From generational trauma before it takes me. God's gift and curse.
No gas, so on the ring and to him, so joke on that. But speaking through you with no context.
When I was at this dispensary, you know, I noticed how generous and communal the people were. You know, a lot of people were sharing like the blunts. And by the way, the weed, A1, very good. You know, didn't feel bad after anything. It was good weed, good stuff.
Why didn't you bring me any?
They gave away a lot. They gave me some edibles. They gave me some joints and stuff like that. They gave away a lot. So perhaps I could have given Ryan some because he's a weed head or whatever.
No,
but,
I'm not.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I only like partaking that stuff socially.
I know. I should have given Ryan a little bit of weed. But the show's fun. They made some great food at this show for us. Free food, chicken legs, pasta and ziti. It was delicious. I was like, damn. Like the pasta was fucking like fire. Everything was fire. The people were very, very nice. I interviewed Timmy 2 times for a bit.
I'm Timmy 2 times. I'm from Akwesasne, New York, right up on the top of right before the border of Canada. And this is where I'm from. This is where we at right here. This right here is the Buddha Bing, man. This is where we're a dispensary traditionally licensed through our longhouse.
Yeah.
And that is like where we do our ceremonies and stuff. And that's where we get all our licenses to do this stuff and sell bud legally.
And you guys have any rivalries?
Never.
No?
Never.
Even that other one over there?
Oh yeah, we don't like them over there.
I'm just kidding. But this is reservation land, and you guys
Yeah.
have like reservation rules and shit like that. Could you talk a little bit more about what those are?
You know, man, when you come around to the res, man, it's just like you have to be like real respectful and stuff, man, because we're from the land here, man. So you know, we gotta definitely, you know, come here, be respectful, and everybody's welcome to come and check this place out, man. You know what I mean?
And what's life like on the reservation?
Life on the res is kind of boring, you know, but there's a big community here. It's a small community. We all know each other, and the word travels fast around here, like most small towns. You know what I mean? But yeah.
And what are the rules that you guys have? Like you guys self-govern and shit like that? Is that what
Yeah, we got our own we got our own tribal government that that basically tries to force a lot of New York State laws on us, and you know, that's just how it is, man.
But the bud's tax free though, right?
Oh yeah, the bud's tax free, man. You buy a joint for $5, you pay for $5. That's it, no taxes. We don't like that word around here.
And has weed been legal on the reservation for a bit, or?
I would say the green rush, as I call it, man. It was probably about 2-3 years ago, man. The state went and said it was okay, and then we gotta just jump the gun, and we got like 70 shops here in Akwesasne. All types of them, yeah.
But Buddha Bing got the best buds.
Yeah, hell
Look
yeah.
at their hat. Buddha Bing got the best buds.
Hell yeah.
And what are some of the traditions of like the Mohawk people?
We're big in the family, man. Being really, like I said, respect is a big thing. Respecting your elders, just being good-minded, good spirit, good human beings. That's what we really we all try to strive for out here, I think.
I got you.
Yeah, man. Just being close, walk with the Creator, as we say. Be close to the Great Spirit, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And what about the Champy? Do you believe in the Champy monster in Lake Champlain?
Oh, we got our own monsters in our river, man. We got some around here too.
What? No way.
Yeah. There's been some divers that over at the Bridge of Canada. I guess the story goes, some divers went there to go do some work, and they saw something down there, and they never will dive in our waters again.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
It's a serpent. It's like a serpent or something. Like it's some crazy thing.
Oh. Scary. And Timmy, tell us more about what you do. You've been doing these shows, and tell us about what you've been doing.
So like the story goes, man. I started working for my brother and my uncle over here at Buddha Bing, bud tendon.
Yep.
And so my boss knew I was into hip hop, and I like doing the music, and I like the rap and stuff. So he basically like took his porch off his shed right over there, made it longer, gave me a stage, and just goes, "There you go, it's your stage, have a show."
Yep.
And so like I wasn't really trying to be a promoter. I wasn't really trying to do any of this. Like I was just trying. I was an artist. I was just like, I get on the stage. I don't do all that. But once they gave me the nudge and they gave me the push, it just organically happened, and I got better and better. We networked, we met more people, and it just keeps growing. Like in the beginning, it was just the locals around here, my local homies and stuff. And now I got people from Boston, I got people from Watertown coming out. Wow. I'm trying to get everybody I can out here, man, because the vibe is awesome. I mean, look at how everyone's acting, man. Everyone's like smiling, everyone's nodding. The vibe is good. Like I said about being Mohawk, being welcoming, and being respectful, and it's all just accommodating and hooking everybody up, making everyone feel welcome, that this is the spot to be, and that it's cool here.
So I asked him about Champy, and he actually talks about a monster in the St. Lawrence River that divers are talking about. So I don't know. There's a lot of monsters apparently in this region. This is the first time I'm hearing about any monsters. I don't hear about any monsters near us, but whatever.
Maybe our film idea should be Champy versus the St. Lawrence monster.
This is the new Godzilla v Kong. We're gonna invent the new Godzilla v Kong, right here.
And let's go old school VFX, like we're talking maybe stop motion or sock puppets. I don't know.
Ooh, okay.
Let's just go so batshit crazy. People are like, I need to see this to understand the madness.
We also went into the casino, and about the casino, lots of French people come to the casino. So like the casino's right on like the U.S.-Canadian border, so they get a lot of French Canadian people come. So they have a lot of out-of-state people come. I'm sure that's a good source of revenue for them. The casino's interesting. Right at the entrance, there are things about the Mohawk people in the Iroquois Confederation. The Mohawks were one of the first to actually form a big confederation, so that's pretty cool. The rest of the casino is pretty basic, slot machines, blackjack, sports betting. It's nothing special, nothing like Native American-y or anything. The outside is pretty Native American-y, but the inside, you won't notice a difference. Apparently the money from the casino is used for the police and fire departments. My hope is that it is used for that, but who knows? Who knows? Whatever. What I noticed from the week from being on the reservation is that the natives actually really blend in. I perhaps had some preconceived notions about what being on a reservation would look like and what the Native Americans would look like, but I think they really blended in, and that's probably I was just surprised because of my preconceived notions, but you don't really know about people until you spend time with them. So I thank them for letting me spend time with them and actually learn about them and their culture. The Native Americans refer to themselves as Indians a lot. And I thought that was interesting because this was a name white settlers gave them. And they're not Indian. They don't live in India. They live in the United States or America, whatever the hell they called it before the whites came here. And also, Mohawk was not a name that they had. Their tribe was named something else. And I forget the name of it. I'm sorry to the Mohawk people. But their tribe was named something else, and the Dutch settlers called them Mohawks. So, I mean, it's so interesting that people gave them names, and I guess they accepted it over the years. But good news is that the Mohawks are more populated than they were all those years ago. So they're growing people, and they're thriving. Well, it seems like they're thriving right now. Shout out to the St. Regis Mohawk tribe for having the Adam Lou Show pull up and learn about them. Very hospitable people, very communal, super nice to us, no issues at all. Let's fucking go.
Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship out Binks's brew. Wave goodbye, but don't you cry, our memories remain.